Alright, so Nintendo's done it again. They somehow made buying a used video game feel like playing Russian roulette. And no, this isn't some Reddit conspiracy, this is real. People are actually getting their brand new Nintendo Switch 2's banned just by inserting a used game cartridge. You know, like the thing we've all done since Blockbuster was a thing? Welcome to modern gaming, my friends, where secondhand joy equals first-class punishment. Imagine buying a $500 console, popping in a used copy of Mario Kart, and waking up the next day to find your Switch banned from online services. No multiplayer, no eShop, no cloud saves, just you and your very expensive paperweight. Now before we get into this burning dumpster of a situation, let's talk about how used games work. For the one person who grew up in a cave and only played Flappy Bird, used games are the backbone of how broke gamers survive. If you're broke, this is basically how you get your own game. You beat a game, you trade it in at GameStop for approximately the price of a banana, and some other poor soul buys it pre-owned for slightly less than retail. It's the circle of life, but with more disappointment and less Elton John. But Nintendo has looked at this age-old tradition and decided to treat it like a federal crime. Okay, here's the deal. Some early 2 Switch owners are discovering that their consoles are getting banned. Yes, completely locked out of online features after inserting a used game. Not pirated, not a knockoff, just used. Some of these are legit cartridges bought from GameStop. Others are borrowed from their friends' libraries. So what's happening is that some of these used cartridges are previously in the hands of, let's just say, less than wholesome individuals. These folks used the legit cartridge to make a digital copy of the game, probably emulate it or load it into multiple systems, or probably just use it on their MiG switches. Nintendo's anti-piracy system sees that the same cartridge ID is suddenly active on multiple devices and flips out harder than a Twitch streamer losing a ranked match. Nintendo be like 2 people playing the same game? That's impossible. Must be piracy. One guy, poor soul, buys a Switch 2, sticks in a used copy of a Switch 1 game, and the console runs fine. Game loads, even gets an update, he goes to sleep, probably dreaming of winning Mario Kart, then wakes up the next day, his console is banned from Nintendo online services. Error code 212444508. It's like your console just got hit with a restraining order from Nintendo. And I love how this isn't even immediate. It's like a delayed execution. You think you're safe, then the system pulls the rug out from you overnight. Back in May 2025, Nintendo updated their user agreement. Real subtle stuff. It basically says if we even think you're using unauthorized software, we can brick your console. No refunds, no appeal. GG. Modified systems gone, suspicious activity toast, and now used games apparently fair game. That's cool, very consumer friendly, Nintendo. This isn't just a piracy issue, this is a trust issue. A normal customer has no way of knowing what the previous owner of the cartridge did. Maybe they were a saint, maybe they were running a black market Pokemon cloning rig. You'll never know until Nintendo comes knocking. Congratulations, you just adopted the cursed copy of Luigi's Mansion. Your Switch is now haunted and apparently permanently offline. And before anyone says, well, that's what you get for buying used, just remember, borrowing a game from your friend could now get your console banned. To be fair, Nintendo isn't completely heartless about this. Apparently, if you contact support and can prove you bought the game secondhand or that you're not involved in any piracy, they might unban your system. And that's great. Props to them for at least having a human being on the other end willing to help. But let's be real. When it comes to support, this is a 20 to 80% gamble. I've had experience with other companies and let me tell you, it's rarely the 80%. Ubisoft, for example. Ubisoft or whatever how you pronounce that shit. Straight up ignore me when someone hacked my account. I lost all access to my games that I actually bought. No help, no resolution, just radio silence. So yeah, I stopped buying from them after that, and I'm not funding a company that ghosts you after they let someone steal your library. So when Nintendo tells you to call support, sure, do it. Maybe they'll fix it, maybe they won't. but they'll accuse you of being a pirate of video games and leave you banned. There's no guarantee. That's what makes this so ridiculous. This is what people are calling digital feudalism. You don't own your games, you rent access to them under the watchful eye of a Nintendo monarchy. And if they detect anything weird, even if it's someone else's fault, you're done. The irony here is that pirates know how to bypass this stuff. It's the regular rule-abiding players who get burned. So what's the lesson here? Don't buy used Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 games unless you're ready to roll the dice on your entire console's online functionality. You might save $10, but it could cost you way more in time. It could also cost your sanity and digital rights. And if you get banned, good luck with support. Maybe they'll help, or maybe you'll get Ubisoft like I did. In the end, we just wanted to play Mario Kart 8, not to deal with court cases and console bans. Well, that's it for today. I wish this was satire, but unfortunately, Nintendo made this a reality. What do you think about this? Like, comment, subscribe, or you can send me your cursed cartridges so I can join you in online purgatory. Peace out. See you in the next video.